It's good to see Alexis back at our Capitol, where she has already done a very challenging thing, which is pass a bill into law. Alexis, as you know, our budget is also a bill. And it is going through the process right now with a great opportunity, and I know the American Heart Association is behind you to get the funding needed for AEDs in each of our schools. Let me say on behalf of the Commonwealth, we're really proud of you. Proud of you using your voice, proud of your own journey. Really special to have you here today, and being willing to be vulnerable enough to share your own private health story in a way to help other people. That shows really true leadership. Let's give them one more. This year, we get to celebrate the American Heart Association's 100th birthday. It's an important day. It's an important day to recognize 100 years of hard work. It's important to use it to raise awareness of something that impacts so many of our people, and that's cardiovascular disease. Heart disease is the world's leading cause of preventable death, and on behalf of the Lieutenant Governor, myself, and our entire administration, we look forward to continue to working with you to protect all of our people, to create better outcomes, to work with the General Assembly to ensure that we are doing everything we can. Let's thank our state representatives and senator for being here today. Heart disease is the #1 killer of women in our country and the leading cause of maternal deaths. That's hard to comprehend. A new mom about to start an incredible journey with her child, but her life is cut short because of this disease. These are troubling statistics, and it impacts us right here in the Commonwealth. As members of the American Heart Association and advocates from across the state, I know you are aware of these numbers all too well. And while progress has been made, there is much more work to be done. We all know someone that's been impacted by heart disease, and if I could take a minute to thank our hardworking practitioners. I think it was 4 days from Election Day. I'm home at night after a long day on that bus tour, and I get a call that my uncle, who lives in Versailles, has had a heart attack. Rushed to the hospital through amazing work. As it turns out, his heart surgeon and I went to high school together. Thankfully, he did a little better in high school than I did. He was not only stabilized, but you could hardly tell today by the tests they do what he'd been through. I want to thank all of our doctors, nurses, all of emergency services that come and that help for saving his life, but I know had a big role in saving everybody's lives here. We have to do better when it comes to addressing heart disease. I believe that healthcare is a basic human right, and I believe it's the government's responsibility to do everything we can to try to make sure everyone has access in some way, no matter where they live, no matter how young or how old, no matter how much money they have. Every Kentuckian should be able to get healthcare for themselves and their families, and nobody should have to take 2 buses or drive 2 hours to see the doctor or even the specialist that they need to. I'll continue to fight to make sure every Kentuckian in every corner of the Commonwealth has access to quality and affordable health care. We've seen some amazing progress. We've seen some amazing bills passed into law. We protected health care access for nearly 100,000 Kentuckians by removing governmental roadblocks. We relaunched and expanded the state insurance marketplace called Connect, which has had one of its biggest years of sign-up. As the pandemic, Medicaid has ended. People have needed that marketplace, tailored as we can tailor it in Kentucky for what we face to serve our people. We expanded Medicaid coverage last year for new mothers and for their newborns, and we're building medical clinics in places like Morgan County, autism centers in Eastern Kentucky, and we're building the first hospital in West Louisville in 150 years. There are lots of startling statistics, but as the dad of a 14 and a 13-year-old, the fact that 23,000 children under the age of 18 experience cardiac arrest outside of a hospital in the U.S., almost 40% being sports related. Ought to concern every parent, every grandparent, every responsible adult, whether they have kids or not. That's why I was proud to sign the bill requiring all middle and high schools in the Commonwealth to have an AED and at least 3 staff members and all coaches to be trained on the AED. The bill also ensures that coaches maintain CPR certification, something that was shown, I think, right here that I got a little practice last time around in the Capitol Rotunda. We've done so much to fight this disease, but we have to do more. That's why in my Forward Together budget proposal, we fully funded Medicaid, including Medicaid expansion, so we can ensure healthcare continues for over 1.5 million Kentuckians. We're going to have to do all we can to help Kentuckians, especially those in the most need. And we're making sure to make Kentucky communities more walkable and accessible, knowing that a healthy lifestyle is one of the best ways to prevent heart disease in so many. We've been working with our General Assembly, building and restoring safer sidewalks, parks, and playgrounds to ensure that everyone is able to exercise in Kentucky's beautiful outdoors. From prioritizing healthcare to raising awareness about healthy living, we are committed to fighting heart disease in this Commonwealth. Together, we can make a difference for our people, something you all know so well because your efforts, nobody's been doing this 100 years, but the efforts of the American Heart Association over the last 100 years has undoubtedly saved lives. So today, I'm going to sign 2 proclamations with y'all. The first, recognizing February as Heart Month. This is pretty great. We're doing it the day before, so we have that recognition for all 29 days of February this year, as well as Wear Red Day here in the Commonwealth, which we're going to go ahead and get signed, so it is official. Before tomorrow, we're also lighting the Governor's Mansion up red in honor of the American Heart Association and all that you do in these important days. Let's continue to make sure we spread the word by amplifying Alexis's message and so many others, because when she talks about it, it's real. It's something that we can all understand and feel and hear, and it's something we should all respond to. So on behalf of the Commonwealth, thank you to the American Heart Association for 100 years of dedication, for helping all of our families to do better, for all of our people to live longer. I've lost a lot of people in the last couple of months. If I'm sure one thing, it's that life is short. And every single moment we have with our loved ones is so critically important. From a guy whose dad told him he had cancer when I was 17 years old and did not know how much time we'd have together, and still have him here with me today, I don't take for granted any minute, any hour, or the work that you all or those groups do to help other people out there. Thank you for truly serving your faith. Thank you for serving this Commonwealth. And as I'm saying a lot right now, remember, life is short, so do good things and be kind to each other. With that, we want to invite everybody up. Is it time for me to sign the
Before we do
proclamation?
that, we have just a little something for you, if that's
Before
okay.
that, we're going to do something else. And then we're going to sign the proclamations. And we got to get Ethan in on the proclamation. We'll see what that looks like. Hey, these were for me. Oh, these are for who brought you the coloring book. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Okay, and this. Oh, thank you so much. She will be, thank you all. Oh my goodness, you're why we do everything we do. You all are awesome. And thanks for being here today. Thank you.
On behalf of the Louisville and
Yes.
chapters.
Yes. Thank you so much. All right. Can you guys help me sign some proclamations?